Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thanks so much for joining me. Well, today I have a super fun project to share with you. I'm actually going to show you the project we're making. We're going to make this card. My project today is for a blog hop. Simon Says Stamp is celebrating a brand new release called Moments in Time. I have some new items from that release, and all of them are going to be used to make this fabulous card. So I hope you can join us. Links are down below if you want to head on over. There's loads of inspiration. Today's card is a 5 easy step card. We're going to jump in with our first step, which is our focal point. My focal point today is actually going to be some birds. We're using the embossing folder and cutting dice set from Simon. It's called Bold Bird Branches, but the birds in here are just so cute. And so we're going to go ahead and take some white cardstock, and I'm going to take the 2 bird dies, die cut this out. These little birds are like the perfect size. And what we're going to do, once they're cut out, we're going to layer them on the inside of the embossing folder. You just kind of shimmy them until they don't move anymore. If you want to tape them down, you can, but I'm going to run these birds through my die cut machine and I'll be right back. Let me show you what they look like. They look so pretty. You can see that debossed. I hope you can see that debossed area. So nice. Okay, we are going to create a multi-tone bird. So I have some ink. I'm using my Pink Fresh Studio Blue Sky. It's a very pale blue ink. And we're going to add, let's see, maybe to the wings on top. We're going to add some blue. We're going to do a multicolored bird. I think today's card would be great using a hummingbird die. I think that would be really pretty too. Okay, so we have some blue on the top. Next, I'm going to use my peony ink. And I don't want too much of this, but I do want to add a little pink to the belly of my bird here. Now I'm going to grab my green blending brush, the darkest one that I used. I think I have a little bit of ink still left on here. It's I do want to add a little green to the top of my bird's head. And maybe a little bit here. Lovely. And you know what I'm also going to do is bring in my brown blending brush. We're going to add a little brown. And I think we'll add it to our little bird's head. Now for those little bird eyes, I'm going to bring in some of my Onyx Spellbinders Color Essential Gems. And using, do I have any more small ones in here? I don't even think I have any more. Let me see if I have another set. Okay, I do. I like to use the, I don't have any of the tiny ones left in this one. So I like to use the Onyx for my critter eyes. So these tiny ones here work perfect. So I'm just going to add one to each one of these bird eyes. If you guys don't have the gems, you could use a black marker, but I like the dimension that this adds. And okay, those are almost done. We're going to do one more thing. Let me put this to the side. I'm going to bring in my splatter box, okay, because we're going to put these little birds in here. Now I went and did a little shopping, and I bought some of Simon Hurley solar sprays. These will work really great on dark colored cardstock, but for me they work great on pastel colored cardstock. I got they have a bundle where you can get all 6 colors, and that's what I did. These are pretty fantastic. I love the way they look, and I think you're going to love the way they look too. For my birds, I'm using the Beluga solar spray. I'm going to shake it really good. And I'm just going to lightly go over my birds here. Now these are so cool because they leave a little bit of a colored tint. Now it's really hard to explain what these sprays do because the camera's not picking up the color. But if you tilt this, there is the mica powder in here is a blue. So it reminds me of that, some beetles will have that sheen to them when you tilt them, and also some hummingbirds, you know, when you tilt them. Or I've never tilted a hummingbird. I've never tilted a hummingbird, but if you look at a hummingbird, that's so funny. If you look at a hummingbird, and I gotta take my phone off. If you look at a hummingbird, they have that sheen to them. That's what the colors remind me of. And each of the colors are different. For example, I use the beluga, which is the blue, but the green will have a green tint to them. We're going to use that. The golden hour reminds me of a distress spritz. Actually, it has a gold tone to it. Really subtle. Great for spraying on Christmas cards. Fabulous. And then we have overheated has a corally color, which is really pretty. These two colors I haven't tried, but let's see. Cross My Heart is more of a red tone, and then you have Royal Flush has a purple tone to it. Very, very pretty. So we're going to use these today. Okay, let's finish up our little bird. I'm bringing in my marker. I'm going to add some little polka dots to my bird's belly. And I'm just going to use my Memento marker and just adding a few dots to the bird's belly. Just kind of, it's going to make it pop on my background. And maybe a couple to the tail. There we go. And that is our let me show you. Let me show you up close. And that is our focal point. And it does have a beautiful shimmer that you can't see. But okay, we're going to put these to the side. And then we're going to work on step number 2, which is our home panel. Our home panel today is going to be something a little bit different and not your typical home panel. I'm actually going to use the Dainty Floral Vine die set from Simon Says Stamp. And we are going to bring in, I die cut out a circle. This has stitch detail, but you don't need a stitch detail circle. And I think the sizes can vary. I wanted to make sure that I had a large enough circle that would follow along the curve of the vine here, okay? And then I'm also going to use the flowers. I'm going to die cut out my vine with some of my Spellbinders Mint cardstock. The nice thing is you can do 2 shots. You can go one here. You can even create a background with this. It's kind of squared, which is really cool. But I'm going to cut this out twice, okay? And once we have this cut out, I have the flowers. The flowers I'm going to cut out with some this is Spellbinders chiffon cardstock, and this one here is Spellbinders windy cardstock. And I'm also going to die cut it out with some white cardstock. Let me grab some. Here we go. Okay, so white cardstock with the flowers and these two. But before we die cut these out, I'm going to bring back my splatter box here, and I'm going to do some spraying on here also. We're going to spray the blue with the same beluga. Okay, and then this chiffon, which is a peachy corally color, I'm going to use my overheated. Okay, lovely. You can use your heat gun to dry these too, which I think I'm going to do. So let me do that. Okay. Now this, basically what we did was turn this into a pearlescent cardstock. It's really hard to see on camera. I'm so sorry about it, but it's really visually stunning. So I'm going to die cut out my vine and my 3 sets of flowers. I'll probably do 2 of each. I have my flowers, and then this is the vine. Isn't it so pretty? And I'm going to show you the circle shape. You could probably see it from the camera here. But you see how if you layer them together, you have that circle? You want a circle that's about that size. Okay, but you can see it creates kind of a square pattern or a rectangle pattern. It's really pretty. If you wanted to put it this way on directly on a card base, look how gorgeous that is. So pretty. We're actually just going to put them together. But before we do that, we're going to add some more spray. So this time, we're going to put this in here, and we're going to use crocodile tears. Give it a good shake. We're good. What I love is you see the little the circles on here. Two things. You can add flowers to those circles, or you can put gems on there, or you can use some Nuvo drops, or even liquid pearls would work too. I love those little circles on there. Okay, we're gonna go, now this is our home panel, so we're gonna go pretty basic with this. I'm gonna use my glue, okay, just the circle, and then we're gonna attach it to the circle die cut here. The nice thing is you can kind of manipulate the shape all the way to the edge. If you want it smaller, you can actually kind of shrink it in. And I want to cover up the stitch detail. Okay, I'm going to add this one around the curve. Give it a good press. Gosh, this is so pretty. Look, it creates kind of a diamond shape. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So that is my home panel, but I am going to add some flowers. I think I cut out a lot. I don't think we'll use all of these, but I didn't add any solar spray to my white ones. Okay, I think that's plenty of flowers. We have a few extra. You can put them on the inside of your card if you wanted to. Okay, so that, okay. Now what we're going to do is take our birds, which are our focal point, and we're going to put some foam tape behind here. I'm going to add over here, kind of going to crisscross them a little bit. That's all there is to this. Now we're going to work on step number 3, which is creating our greeting. For my greeting, we're going to bring in the Easy Strips rectangle die set. And then Simon has some brand new Easy Strips from their Moments in Time release. And let's open these up. These are I See You. Since this is a real elegant card, these are going to go beautifully. There's 4 of each sheet in here. These are going to go beautifully with my greeting. And plus, since we added little polka dots of black and the black eyes to our birds, the black writing on our greetings is just going to coordinate beautifully with it. Okay, let's run this through the die cut machine. I'll be right back. Okay, I just love that you have a whole bunch of greetings now. I just love that these are perfectly cut for you and they're ready to go. If you need a greeting, please take care of you. That is so sweet. They're so proud of you too. For graduation would be nice. I think I'm going to use please take care of you. I love you too. Okay, well, I figure one of those we're going to use for our greeting. And then how I store these, we have lots more too. I store these in my Simon Says Stamp Positively Everything Clear pockets. Simon sells these at a great price point. There's 10 of these in a package, and I put these in here. And they're ready to go when I need them. They fit perfectly, and these are really nice, durable pockets. And then if you open it up here, there's a little flap. Let me see. Let me show you the flap. There's a little flap there, circle flap. All you do is lift it and you can tuck the lid in. They fit perfectly in here. I'll link these down below if you guys are interested. But I use these for all my sentiment strips. Love them. Work great. And I'll link them down below for you guys. Okay, so we got to figure out a greeting. And I think maybe I'll use I See You. I am going to bring in a foam strip. And that is our greeting. No stamping. And that is my greeting. Now let's move along to step number 4, which is our background. For my background, we're bringing back the embossing folder. Now I'm going to use my golden hour on a piece of cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, and this is going to do 2 things. It's going to add some nice subtle shine to my white cardstock, but you know what it's going to do also? It's going to help break the fibers of my embossing folder when I run this through the die cut machine. So I'm going to run it through wet, and I will be right back. But look at how gorgeous that print is. Even though it's going to be covered up, I still like the details along the edges. The flowers are kind of similar. These ones have a little bit more of a point to them, but it does have that beautiful golden shimmer. Okay, for my background, I do have an A2 panel of some craft cardstock. This is going to be perfect for the front of my card base. So let's go ahead and adhere this. Now that's good to go. We're going to take our embossed panel next, and we're going to add this. So a little bit of that craft cardstock is showing through on the edge here. And that's our background. So lovely. Let's go ahead and take our home panel. Now I like a lot of dimension. You guys really don't need to add more to it, but I do like the way this looks when you pop it up on here. So I'm going to put foam tape behind here, but of course you don't have to. That's just my style. You guys can probably spot my cards a million miles away because of all the dimension. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add this. When I add it, I want to make sure my greeting is straight. I love how soft this is. It's just so pretty. There we go. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now we're going to move along to step number 5, which means it's time to embellish. For my card today, I'm bringing in some twine. Okay, I'm going to double up on it and tie a bow with it. Now I put a glue dot behind my knot, and I'm going to add it up here in this corner, and I really kind of like the way it looks kind of trailing down. We're going to bring in some Nuvo crystal drops. Actually, these are Nuvo vintage drops. This one is chalk stick, and I'm going to go over all of the flower centers with this. I don't want any color because I want my birds or my focal point just to pop. And then on these little circle areas, I'm going to add a drop also. Okay, and that will finish off that card. You know, the products that I use today are from Simon Says Stamps Moment in Time release. And if you stuck with me to the end, today I'm participating in a blog hop celebrating the Moments in Time release. It's actually a 2-day long blog hop. Today is day 2. Head on over to my blog. I'll leave a link down below. There's a giveaway, and there's loads of inspiration using some brand new items from the Moment in Time release. But that's my project for today. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.